Chapter 339, Destroyed with One Sword. What's going on? Elder Key's Blood Soul Book was forced out. Demon Venerable Wuxia frowned. Every higher-up of the Sky Demon cult was bound by a contract and was controlled by him. Other than restrictions, he could know the life and death of all elders at the critical moment and obtain some important information. It must be an important message from Qi Chanjing during a life and death crisis. Looks like they're in danger. How did this happen? Not to mention getting that new dog to help. Even if they didn't, they should be able to escape unscathed. Demon Venerable Wuxia muttered. Because there was too little information and he was not present, he really did not know the exact situation. He was bewildered. Were they still going to continue attacking the Great Qian Imperial City? We have to attack. There's not much time left. We have to seize this opportunity. Boom! In the underground cave, gravel flew everywhere, and there were many huge pits created by the mace. With the last loud bang, Qi Chanjing fell to the ground covered in blood. His clothes were torn, and he looked like he was out of breath. Ma Dao still wanted to capture this person. He said hesitantly, "Your Highness, wouldn't it be a pity to kill him directly? If we don't kill him, are we going to give him a chance to escape?" Song Shi walked over. "If you can't bear to do it, I'll do it." Before he could get close, Qi Chanjing's body trembled and a ray of bloodlight suddenly shot out. "Crown Prince, be careful. He's trying to possess us." The shrunken version of Qi Chanjing laughed sinisterly. "If you want to kill me, don't blame me for dragging you down with me." He suddenly rushed into Song Shi's head and began to possess him. The corners of Song Shi's lips curled up slightly. "You have a death wish. I don't have to do anything." He did not look flustered at all, even though the other party had the foundation of a nascent soul as a possession and was far more threatening than a golden core. In his spiritual world, the bright moon hung in the sky. A long sword floated in the air, shining with a resplendent light. Qi Chanjing forcibly stepped in. When he saw the 1-month sword, he instinctively felt fear. No, this doesn't look like a golden corsi of consciousness. He immediately sensed that something was wrong. The other party's sea of consciousness was incomparably stable and majestic. Why was his mental strength inferior to the other party? Instantly, he regretted it. He shouldn't have come in rashly. There was something wrong with this person. At this moment, the sword hanging in the spiritual world moved. Zeng! This word cry spread and shook Qi Chanjing's soul. Even his nascent soul was trembling. Terrifying sword intent erupted as if it wanted to destroy all the gods and Buddhas in the world. Sword intent condensed? No, you're not Qian Wuji. He was shocked. He had never heard of the descendants of Great Qian cultivating such a technique. Swoosh! Sword light flashed, and Qi Chanjing's nascent soul was penetrated before he could react. In the next second, Qi Chanjing was crushed by the sword light and his soul dissipated. The sword that destroyed Qi Chanjing stopped, and Song Shi's soul appeared beside it. "I can't even be bothered to give you a chance to possess me. Just become my nourishment." The long sword in his hand trembled, forming a devouring power. The shattered souls in the scroll were quickly devoured, and he obtained a portion of Qi Chanjing's memories. Song Shi browsed through all kinds of memories of the foreign species. There was a lot of secret information. Just as Song Shi was about to read more, a black flame suddenly appeared and destroyed some of the soul fragments with memories. In the end, the memories that Song Shi browsed through were incomplete. It was obvious that only a specific portion of them had been destroyed by the black flames. Fortunately, the things he browsed also had a certain value. For example, based on these memories, he could deal with those rare monsters and mutants. After Song Shi finished absorbing it, his spiritual strength increased significantly. This guy has indeed studied his demonic species very deeply. He can already fuse the bloodlines of different species and cultivate the so-called demon spirit transformation to achieve the goal of being able to change to anything. The demon spirit transformation was the method Qi Chanjing used to transform into a pangolin, a wild cat, and other foreign species. After transforming into different foreign species, he could use some talents that corresponded to foreign species. For example, the pangolin was very good at burrowing, the cats were agile, and the bats could change their positions based on sound. He's a talent. It's a pity that he's too obsessed with these things. His cultivation isn't enough, so when he meets someone with absolute strength, he can't do anything no matter how many methods he has. Song Shi sighed. Then, he opened his eyes, making Madeo a little nervous. "Your Highness, are you all right?" Madeo was worried that this person would be possessed by Qi Chanjing and he might have no choice but to kill him. "He can't possess me yet," Song Shi said coldly. "Deal with him and exterminate Tian Mozi immediately." "Yes." Madeo heaved a sigh of relief when he saw that Song Shi was indeed fine. He quickly burned Qi Chanjing's corpse and packed up some of his spoils of war. "Your Highness." He politely handed Qi Chanjing's Dharma treasure and storage ring to Song Shi. "Take the Dharma treasures." Song Shi only wanted the storage ring. They had worked hard for a while, so they should get a share of the spoils. He activated the array formation's teleportation power again and rushed to the other side. Tian Mozi was dripping with blood. There were many bloody holes on his body, and even his heart had been pierced through. Strangely, he didn't die. At this moment, a teleportation formation appeared in front of him. Tian Mozi, who was already on the verge of collapse, sensed that it was impossible for it to be one of his people inside. Having made up his mind, he activated a talisman without hesitation and turned into a beam of light that tore through the air. When Song Shi appeared, he happened to see the space crack open. A figure shot into it and disappeared. Behind him, Li Daitong and Princess Wuxia's Dharma treasures pierced through the afterimage and did not leave him behind. He used the teleportation talisman to escape. Princess Wu Shi was a little unhappy. "We were so close. I didn't expect him to still seize the opportunity to escape. It's mainly because he has too many life-saving methods on him. I reckon that the person who was seriously injured just now was most likely a substitute." Li Daitong sighed. After all, he's the likely successor of the Sky Demon cult. Although he's only at the Golden Core realm, his life-saving means are something that even some nascent soul cultivators don't have. Normal teleportation talismans can't run far. He'll chase after him. Song Shi formed a seal and was enveloped by the array formation power again. He was teleported out of the mine in one breath. He was not in a hurry to act. Instead, he closed his eyes. The Kanate Dao body exhibited its effect as his entire body fused with the natural world. Recently, he had studied the Void Sutra. Although he was not qualified to control the power of space, it was not a problem to sense the spatial fluctuations within 1,000 miles. Soon, he felt something change in the void in the east. He closed his eyes and raised his hand. Blinding light gathered. He quickly drew a talisman with his fingers. This talisman was similar to the talisman Tian Mozi used to escape. It contained the power of space and could temporarily open up space to travel a certain distance. Everyone knew that space was very mysterious. With just a little spatial power, one could cross ordinary physical obstacles and travel hundreds of miles in an instant. However, the void could not be seen or touched. It was illusory and could not be controlled without powerful mental strength. In addition, for ordinary flesh and blood creatures, without powerful defense. Once they entered the depths of the space, they would be crushed by the omnipresent spatial power. Therefore, unless one reached the void refinement realm or the void breaking realm, it was very difficult to control the power of space. Even if one shuttled through the void, they had to be at the soul transformation realm. If he wanted to have the ability to travel through the void in advance, he could only rely on external objects such as talismans, Dharma treasures, and array formations. Moreover, most of them were short distance and temporary.